Welcome to Life Mastery for Women, where I help you decode the struggles in your life in the areas of health, wealth, relationships, and spirituality with mind mastery, emotional management, and meditation. Welcome to today's podcast. Hey ladies, it's Jen Mack. Welcome back to the podcast. I know it has been a very long time since I have recorded a new podcast, and the last one you heard is I went on vacation, and you probably thought I was never to come back again. But here I am. I am back, and we'll get back onto our regular recordings and weekly podcast deliveries right to your ears. So I went on vacation, and we had an amazing time. And I want to say there's a lot about going on vacation that makes a lot of sense when you go, when you plan. It's this big getaway. You're planning these outings and some relaxation time. The problem with vacation that I constantly hear is when you get home. The things in life they waited for you, but it didn't stop. The merry-go-round kept spinning while you were gone. And the household may or may not be as relaxing when you get back, and your stack of work and the phone calls that need to be made and the emails that need to be answered and the kids' stuff that needs to be attended to all just come rushing back. And then the next day you get back from vacation, you're thinking, wow, good thing I relaxed because I came back and I've been, hit straight in the face with all of this stuff. So I wanted to talk about today the art of relaxing. I think that there is a lot to say about becoming present while you're on vacation, enjoying those moments, those fun, exciting adventures that you went on, that you wanted your vacation to give to you, but at the same time, bringing back that same kind of energy and implementing it into your life. So take what you like on vacation. Like I like new areas, new adventure, new things to see. And Amy likes relaxation and sun. And we went to Disney World and we went to Animal Kingdom and we did a lot of shopping. But the things that we like, I'm going to suggest, and I've been trying to implement that back into my life when I get home. So of course we get home and it was quite chaotic. We got launched straight into baseball season and had a game the next morning. And we had a couple of issues while we were gone with the boys and the household and the dogs. And it was just a little bit of cluster to get back into life, which you kind of know. You don't get to be 49 years old, have taken a few vacations, and then know that when you get back, your life is just going to be grand and you're going to hold your energy space for a long period of time. You know that shit's going to hit the fan, things are going to happen, and you're going to be launched headfirst into life again. And that whole week that you were gone is basically the next 2 weeks you spend playing catch up. So that is what we did. But as I got to thinking, because a couple of things happened when we got back, and of course the chaos and some kid stuff and some dog stuff and whatever. But I got to thinking, most people that go on vacation, they are excited for the planning. They're, of course, ecstatic when they go. They feel amazing when they're there. And when they get back, it's almost more stressful. So what if we find those couple of things that you do like? You like the relaxation, you like the adventure, you like doing new things or seeing new things. What if you take two of those things, let's say, and implement them into your daily life? What would that change? How would that affect your life going forward? For one, you wouldn't hate coming home from vacation. The reason we hate coming home from vacation is because of that mass chaos that you get launched into. Taking a week off of work, let's say, and then you go back, and now in the next days to come when you first go back to work, you just now are behind a week instead of not really being refreshed and full of joy and energy that you were hoping that vacation was going to bring you. So my back has gone out as well. So almost exactly 2 weeks after vacation, my back went out. And actually, instead of pacing in my living room, I am currently laying flat on my back, recording this podcast, which is my most comfortable position. But as you know, being in this position also decreases your energy. So my energy level and my creativity and my desire to do things has gone down because I'm in this horizontal position. I hurt my back and I went to ER by ambulance because it's the only way that I can move is by basically being stabilized because my back is seized up. It's extremely painful unless I'm completely laying down and typically on something hard. So if my abs are disengaged and my back is flat, then I'm pretty comfortable. But as soon as I try to move, where if you know anything about the physical anatomy, you know that pretty much every movement comes from your core. So as soon as I try to move and engage my core, my pain level goes from a 0 to a 10. And I won't go into the whole story, but it was quite an adventure. I went down on the deck and then it was cold outside. I was getting ready for work and the dogs were out in the backyard. And so I was out on the deck and I was putting a sock on and my back was already a little bit tweaky from what I had done the day before at work. And my back seized up and I went flat on my back on the deck outside. So immediately the dogs came upstairs to see what the heck was going on. And it was cold outside. So I basically back scooched and try to do that. Try to move, lay flat on your back and try to move any distance. It is quite a talent, quite a skill that I think I am learning to master, which is unfortunate. But anyway, so I scooched myself on my back into the kitchen and then was able to close the sliding door and lay there for probably close to an hour while I waited for Amy to come home to put the dogs away to then be able to call the ambulance. Because I don't know how your community or how your district is, but an ambulance basically will not come into the house if we have loose dogs. So then go to the ambulance, and because I was in so much pain, I was vomiting. And then because I was in so much pain, when I did try to stand up, like to go to the bathroom, I passed out. And so then they admitted me into the hospital. It was quite a journey. And then I spent 2 nights in the hospital, and still 2 weeks tomorrow, I will be pretty much flat on my back. And I can walk now and I can move around, but I look like an S curve when I'm walking. And as I'm laying here for the last 2 weeks, spending most of my time flat on my back, I'm still trying to take in new ideas, new ways to get my body to heal, but also things that I can do as far as my business goes, like ways, techniques that I can bring to my listeners, to you. And because we just got back from vacation, and as I'm laying here, I'm like, oh, I'm in this relaxed state. I'm doing a little bit of reading and I'm watching some YouTube videos. I'm really into Tony Robbins right now. So I have his book and doing a lot of his programs and doing a lot of this inner work so I can become a better version of myself. And as well as, dealing with some of this physical pain. And as I'm thinking about how coming back from vacation and bringing that back with me, as well as the stuff that I'm learning physically on this physical level to increase my energy, because I'm noticing that my energy level is going down because I'm laying down. And even though I'm not sleeping, my energy and my mood are definitely suffering because of my horizontal position. And I think of vacation and I think of energy at vacation, and then I think of where I'm at right now and how to heal my body. And I think, what about when we go on vacation, we have this high vibration because it's fun, it's exciting, we're learning new things, we're maybe hanging out with friends, we're doing new things that we don't normally do at home, is implementing that, is bringing some of that here. So of course this relaxation is a little bit different because typically I'm in the living room, on the couch or on my bed, laying on the floor. Sometimes I'm even laying on a hard floor, like in the living room on the floor versus the couch, and just trying to relax my back muscles so I can start to walk straighter and feel better. But as I'm relaxing, I'm bringing some of that relaxation visual from vacation. So thinking about us laying by the pool and being warm and being in the sunshine. Sometimes I go out on my deck, and as best as I can, I stand out there because the chairs out there are not comfortable to sit in for me in this position right now. And so, but I'll go out and kind of soak up the sun, and I'll envision that vacation sun, the vacation relaxation. And it does help. I'm breathing in deeply and filling my lungs and feeling the sense of relaxing, and then sending that relaxation through my body as if I was at the resort by the pool with our Bacardi bucket, hanging out in our chairs, watching the kids, like other people's kids, because we didn't go with our kids this time, watching kids and people walking and playing in the pool and having a good time. And we're just no worries, no expectations. Nobody needs us. We're just two women hanging out by the pool, enjoying the company, the weather, the sun, the pool, right? And bringing that into my life right now. Nobody needs me right now. Nothing is going on. And just sending that relaxation into my body. And it is quite effective. The other that I can't technically do at the moment, but is something that I'm going to implement as soon as my back is feeling better, is the adventurous fun side of vacation and bringing that back into my life here. Doing different things, going different places, driving a different route to work, brushing my teeth with my other hand. I know it sounds completely ridiculous, but it just kind of stimulates these new neurons in my brain, which creates this level of adventure and excitement. Instead of going out the back door, go out the front door. Instead of going, I mean, these are all really simple ideas, but going down the stairs backwards instead of forwards, and when you go outside, sit differently or do something different, or look at the trees differently, or play with your dogs differently, or engage with your kids differently. And doing those things differently help to incorporate those emotional states that you like from vacation. Stop telling yourself that you hate coming back from vacation because you're so behind at work and it's so chaotic, and you're launched back into life and it's very chaotic, and it's very, kind of this cluster of holy moliness since you've been gone, that you're thrown into work and it just feels ridiculous. Is bringing those emotional states back with you. So if it's adventure, is take on the work as an adventure. If you're off work for that week and then you get back and you have a whole bunch of pile of work that was left for you while you were gone, is how can you turn that into an adventure? How can you make that fun? How can you look at it differently, just to approach it different, to have a different emotional state? Because our emotional state of mind, our emotional state, our emotional being is exactly what we're always after. We want to be happy, but we think it's the outside that makes us happy. It's the external stuff. And so I come back from vacation and now there's this, I have to return 55 phone calls and 112 emails, and I have all this paperwork to do, and all these people need me because they had all these questions while I was gone. That can create chaos and overwhelm. None of which is either of those states or anything that you want to be in. So what can you do in looking at it and create a different emotional state as you approach it? I know that when I get home, there's going to be this, and this to do. Here's what I'm going to do to look at it differently, to create a different state of being, creating a different physiology. Think of your body when you're in an emotional state that you don't like. What is your body like? What is your breathing like? What about your shoulders, your head, your body, your physiology, your actual being, your actual physical being? There's a different state. You ever seen somebody who's walking down the street and their body's hunched over and their heads are facing down, they're looking down at their shoes as they're walking? You can pretty much guess that their state of being is not very positive. What about somebody who's angry? Look at their state of being. Their shoulders are back, their chest is out, their head is forward. They might have clenched fists. They might have a grump on their face. They're moving swiftly. What do you think their breathing is like? Is it shallow or is it deep? Is it fast? Is it rhythmic? You bet. What about somebody who's walking down the street who's happy? They're a little bit relaxed in their torso. They might be moving swiftly, but their flow, their gait is very rhythmic in a different way than somebody who's angry. So think about your state when you are on vacation. Your physical state, your state of mind, your emotional state are all very different when you're on vacation. Can you bring some of that vacation state back with you? Can you take your typical vacation state, even if you've not been on vacation in a long time, can you create that state in your mind and apply it to your life today, right now. If I was relaxing on the beach, what would my state be like? Even if I'm at work, recline in my chair, put my head back, close my eyes for a second, feel the sun or visualize the sun on my face. Open my hands up, be in this energy flow, and watch your state change. If you can control your state of mind and your emotional state and your physiological state, you can control your life because it changes how you approach things. Now, for me, as I'm trying to relax my body, I can move towards this very angered state of mind where, why is this happening to me? I went on vacation. I need to get back to work. I need to get out of the house. I need to get moving. My dogs need me. My turtles need me. I need to feed the bird feeders. I need to mow the lawn. I could be very angry and very overwhelmed. But instead I can go, you know what? I can also relax. I can also take in some new information and take this as a positive sign to do a few new things, to create a new ritual from this space. Because really, it hasn't been until today that I've wanted to record a podcast. And I've missed recording them. And I'm like, I have to get back at it. I have to. And it just became this thing on the list. I got to get back to it. But then I remembered how much I love it. And then I remembered and I learned from Tony, if I can control my state of mind, if I can control my physiological state, then I can control my life. And so I chose to get back into this excited space, even though right now I am currently laying flat on my back instead of walking and pacing like I do when I normally record. But I'm bringing the energy as best as I can, and I hope it's coming through because I can feel my energy feels better just because I'm talking to you. So I hope this finds you well, and I hope that if you are in pain, whether emotional or physical pain, that think of your state, your physical state of mind, your physical physiology, and see what you can change to make things move up the line just a little bit. And I will continue to come back to you ready to change lives, to empower you for self-growth and transformation. And speaking of transformation, I hope today I gave you one nugget of information to help you with your transformation.